Hi everyone, Todd here, and welcome back to another Wellness Brief. Broaden your vision. If your view is too narrow, your obstacle will fill that view. Have you ever been in a situation where a challenge or an obstacle seemed so big that there were no options? You could see no way to get around this. Or that obstacle or that challenge was so big, it would require more time and more energy than you were capable of doing at that moment. In times like these, feelings of anxiety or hopelessness or lack of energy or frantic energy is probably how your emotional state is, correct? I know, I've been there. I've experienced this myself. So here's a little experiment for you to begin to play around with how to move past this type of challenge. Simply take your hands and put them up in front of your face and visualize something. In this case, I'm going to use the camera. So the camera over there is my challenge, is my problem. When I do this and I narrow the vision, when I narrow that which I am conscious of, what I am accepting, the camera takes up a significant portion of what is available, what is visible to me. Now, one way that we can begin to play with this is we will broaden or widen our lens. We smooth it out, and now the camera, my problem, hasn't changed much. In relation to what I now have available, what I'm able to look at, it doesn't seem to be as big. I can see ways around the challenge. In other words, it's almost as if I've taken a step back, taken a breath, and I'm allowing myself to expand out, open up. In situations when we have a challenge, when something is coming at us that is significant, we tend to narrow, and it makes complete sense. In the physical world, when something is coming at us, a car is coming at us, we bunch ourselves up, we make ourselves small. But when it comes to cognitive, mental ideas, challenges that are abstract, when we try to narrow, that does sometimes help us pinpoint where we might be able to go in and change something. However, it does narrow our focus without our even realizing that it narrows the focus. So in a way, I'm asking you to do the opposite. So the next time you're confronted with the challenge and you've tried your typical way of approaching that challenge, I invite you to try to remember this little presentation and see if you can broaden the field of your perception, of your consciousness, of your awareness to see the larger picture. Just in doing so, like I said, the camera itself hasn't changed at all, but in relationship to the space that I'm now utilizing as the context for this issue, the issue looks smaller, even though it hasn't changed in size at all.